Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Catty Crypto here. So let's dive into an update a little bit on what's going on with Binance at the moment, what's going on with Terra Shuttle, and really the ins and outs of that. Now I know there's a proposal going around, kind of like a white paper more than a proposal so far about a USTC revitalization plan, unless it becomes an Agora text and then becomes a proposal. I don't feel it's necessary to stress you out with what's actually inside that proposal too much at the moment, because it is a bit stressful hearing about the mint to burn mechanism getting turned back on. That sounds very scary because that's what got us here in the first place. So let's move over to this notice from Binance, and it's notice on the deposits and withdrawals around the time, of the sunsetting of the Terra Shuttle bridge. And Binance has been supporting the deposits and withdrawals of LUNC via Shuttle, which is the Ethereum network, ERC20, and Terra Classic network, as well as USTC via the Shuttle, via BNB Smart Chain, Ethereum network, Polygon network, and Terra Classic network. With the upcoming closure of the Shuttle bridge, the following changes will be made. Deposits and withdrawals of LUNC via the Ethereum network and USTC via BNB Smart Chain, Ethereum network, and Polygon network will be suspended indefinitely. And this is bad news because we're losing a huge bridge to a lot of different blockchains, which gives us the possibility to have all kinds of different projects working to bring liquidity from other chains to this blockchain. So what they're saying now is please ensure that you leave sufficient time for your LUNC and USTC deposits through the Shuttle to be fully processed before the 9th, it's the American dates, it really gets me sometimes. So the 7th of this month, okay folks, at midnight UTC, for both LUNC and USTC, deposits made after this time will not be credited to your accounts. Users will still be able to deposit and withdraw their LUNC and USTC tokens via the Terra Classic network. Spot and margin trading for LUNC and USTC, as well as relevant services on Binance Earn, will not be affected. Binance will handle all technical requirements involved for users holding LUNC via Shuttle and UST via Shuttle in their Binance accounts. Please note that withdrawals may take longer than usual to process when there is a large number of pending transactions. So do remember that, folks. And if you've got, if this does affect you, don't sit there and go, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. Get it done as soon as possible, like they're saying, because realistically, midnight tonight, that does not leave you with many hours on the clock to get this one done. You may run into a hitch using the Terra Shuttle or something. So my best advice is, which is not financial advice, but heed their warning. Crypto's not a joke, and I've been saying to people for ages. I had wrapped Luna and I got out of it. And it's not financial advice, but if I got out of it, it kind of shows, doesn't it? Because with the Shuttle closing down, Terra Rebels not really showing much of an interest in the Shuttle itself, which is understandable. They're quite busy, but at the same time, I think this is quite a big effect on the Terra Classic network, and I don't really understand how the supply is going to be affected by what happened. So more likely we're going to see a flood of coins back into the circulating supply from what's over in the Ethereum supply, but it's so confusing and you just don't know enough about this. So moving over now to the notice that was posted back at the end of last month on the 25th about the network upgrade, and the whole idea of them for putting the references up for proposals of 3568, 4095, V21 and V22. And as we can see from what they're saying, Binance will suspend the deposits. We've already been through this part. The trading of LUNC will not be affected, blah, 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 blah. And it's the way that they've referenced this is, we already know that the correct people are in talks with them, but from what I know, from what I've told, from speaking with certain people, it looks like Binance are going to be implementing this burn tax, and hopefully spurs people like you, like MEXC on to also initiate that burn tax. And a lot of people ask, what is the burn tax going to affect? And my simple answer to this is, go to swap coins, grab a list, and I think all of these coins that you get paid out in, which is all of these, get burnt. So yes, USTC is part of the burn tax. LUNACLASSIC is part of the burn tax. And you know, there's been a lot of talk recently about certain things which are scaring me personally, but at the same time, it's there for us to debate. And it's totally normal human reaction to be scared in certain circumstances and not understand things. So that's why it's always good to have these white papers and things like that. Going over to the top burners on LUNCPenguins, and just really like basking in the list of people. And you know, it's not going to be long before a lot of projects, I think LUNCDAO is going to be burning once a week every Sunday from now on, which is really good. So you'll see more burns coming out from LUNCDAO, and supposedly, as we've spoken today, MEXC are doing a limited time burn back and buy initiative once again, and then claiming that they support the 1.2% burn tax when really they don't. It's kind of, I'd understand if it was the first time, but it's the second time now, and they're just, yeah, it's sad to see them. You know, they could change the face of their exchange just by implementing that 1.2% burn tax. If I was the owner of a CX, I would have had this done a while back, but there must be some kind of thing that holds them back from doing it, and it must be the thought of users not buying on their exchange anymore and heading off to another exchange that doesn't have the burn tax. And I have no doubt there'll be CEXs that cash in on this, and there will be people that avoid it because that's just human nature. That's what humans are like. If you can get a cheaper deal somewhere else, you're likely going to do that. So just finishing off, I don't know if it's going to show up again. Yeah, it is. Look, how YouTubers are making fortunes by promoting cryptocurrencies, making wild prediction and profiting off their loyal fans. And when I saw that, I sat there and I realized, and I feel honored to always say to people, I will never ever be bought out. We've never been bought out. We'll never associate with someone on a payment level. And believe me now, MEXC messaged me this morning straight away, as soon as they've obviously been in contact with Vegas, to say, you know, you should associate with us because Vegas is. And I know he's not probably getting paid for it, but they did, you know, it's MEXC, you guys know how they roll. So obviously I said no, like I say to all of them, I'm here for the people and I report the truth as it stands and as it unfolds. So really interesting seeing MEXC coming back on the scene, because from what I read in their last buyback and burn initiative, they were collecting fees between those times, but it seems like I've got the dates wrong or something like that, which is totally normal, human. If I got them wrong, I got them wrong. Nonetheless, they are doing the buyback and burn initiative, even be it for a short time. Every little helps in that sense. And they're a big exchange. You know, it's kind of like dust off of their shoulder for them, in my opinion. So, yeah, really interesting. Lots of stuff going on over at the HTC Let It Burn node. Lots of parameters being proposed. A lot of different changes being made, commission rates and things like that. But the node name is set in stone, and it's HTC Let It Burn. And you will be able to stake with us from 27th of October this year onwards. And we really hope to see you redelegate your coins with the community node that stands with the community, for the community, and is not there to profit off of the community, but to actually burn our staked rewards and put our, you know, liquidity back into the community. Because when you're a validator, it's all about bringing extra utility to the blockchain in yourself, and you have a responsibility to the blockchain to ensure its future at all times and ensure that the correct proposals are being voted on and putting forward and whitelisted and things like this. So I'm really looking forward to stepping up and taking a validator status. Absolutely stoked to provide that for you folks. It really is the next step in our evolution here at Happy Catty Crypto and the Let It Burn movement. So folks, stay safe out there. None of this is financial advice. Do remember that. I did record this late last night. Things may have happened. A meteorite may have crashed into Earth. So do stay safe out there. And beware of scammers, doppelgangers, anybody pretending to be me, anybody posting WhatsApp numbers, ignore them. They are scammers. And if you haven't subscribed here, consider subscribing, consider dropping a like. I don't really ask, but it really does help the algorithm. It does help us get out there and reach more people. So I would really appreciate it, folks. And we'll catch you in the next one.